Hey guys, Saki Senpai here and got another video for you. So I have not been in the best of moods, so wasn't really feeling like drawing, which is why this video is coming out later than usual. But I finally told myself to get up and do a video, so that's what we're doing today. And I don't really have a plan for this, so we're just gonna kind of go with the flow and kind of figure it out as we go along. So without further ado, let's get to it. So I guess my first idea was to do a little pocket drawing thing. Didn't really know exactly what I was doing, but I kind of knew I wanted to do watercolors. So I taped down the part in the middle to kind of look like a pocket or some sort of space coming out of the rest of the picture. And taping down curves is very difficult. You have to have lots of small pieces to make up for the flat edges of the tape, which is what I did. And so yeah, it looks like this, and we're gonna start with the watercolor without really much of a plan, of course. So we're using the same watercolors that we used in the last video. I'm sorry that it looks really gross, but that's all I have to work with. So we start putting down the colors. I started off with a light green base sort of color. I didn't even know what I was doing when I started. I just tried to get it all over the paper. And finally I decided that I should probably try going for a more grassier feel, because I decided I wanted it to look more like a field. This took such a long time, mostly because at first the paper was all still kind of wet, so it wasn't drying as fast as I wanted it to, which is why there's there are gaps in between when I laid down the grass. But then I had to leave and come back after running errands, and after the paper was dry, it took a lot less time for it to dry in between laying down the grass. And I did a mix of 2 different shades of green to give it, I don't know, more variety of color. And I tried to make it look as if the grass was coming up and around the shape in the middle as well, so it wouldn't just be like a random gap without color in the middle. And I kept doing that, and I kept trying to give it more texture all the way to the bottom of the page. And then I also, well, this is what it looks like, but then I felt like it was kind of boring and plain, so I wanted to add maybe like colored flowers. And so what I did is I took the watercolor and I kind of splattered it across the page to give it a, I don't know, dotted flower thing like Studio Ghibli does. And I thought it turned out pretty well. It's hard to see from this angle, but I used pink, yellow, and white watercolors to give it like the flowers on the page. You can kind of see it, but it's hard. But yeah, so that's what it looks like after it dries. You can kind of see the spots on it, and now I'm going to take off the tape and start working on the image. So I took the tape off. That was actually hard because some of the watercolor had dried around it, so I had to peel it up without ruining what I had already done. And I started sketching out what I wanted to be in the little pocket. I originally wanted it to be like this Totoro in the middle, but I couldn't because I couldn't draw because I wasn't in the best mood. I knew that whatever I wanted to draw wouldn't turn out how I wanted it to be, so I ended up making it more simpler and a smaller Totoro, and of course using the Stadler pens to make it pop out more than it would without it. And so I drew my little Totoro helper, went over it with a 0.5 pen, and I also decided last minute to add another plant at the bottom because I thought maybe one more would be okay. And now it's time to move on to inking. But first, this is what it looks like without anything. So as you can see, it's like a small Totoro, and he's planting little clovers. So I chose a mix of Copic markers and Artist Lock markers, and we're gonna do the grass and the mini Totoro thing. And so I tried doing the same like color of the grass pattern that I did with the watercolor, but with the markers. So I started off with one color, and then I did smaller lines to make it, I don't know, similar. I made it kind of go off out of the shape a little bit, so it looked like it was a part of it, not just like a random thing in the middle. And I also added spots to make it look like flowers again. And like every good work of art, you gotta sign it. And again, don't put pen on watercolor, it destroys it. As you can see, I am struggling to get the ink out of my pen and onto the paper, and it like damaged the tip of my pen. So don't do this. Don't be stupid like me, because I am truly struggling. Ooh, that is rough. And I didn't even like really get it on camera because I was too focused on like trying to get it on the paper. But anyway, yeah, that's it. My pen is so damaged. But yeah, I signed my work, and this is how it looks like in the end. That's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!